Are battling balloons. Releases like these have been a way for people to help unite during some of life's best and worst moments. They're mesmerizing to see, but is it worth damaging our environment? And that's why a new option is flocking to center stage. We're talking about doves. And the Night Beat's Justin Case spoke with a couple in Lehigh who cares for birds that are used in ceremony. So Justin, once those doves are released, where do they go?
Well, it's kind of like the movie Homeward Bound. You've seen that. These doves always find a way home, and the couple who breeds them, they bring them to vigils, funerals, weddings, different events as far as 60 miles away from their home base location in Lehigh Acres. And even though sometimes it takes a day or two, these birds always somehow find a way to make it back to their coop. They are a part of the best and worst days of people's lives. And tonight we're learning that this may soon be one of the few options you have left to memorialize and say goodbye to a loved one.
Rest in peace, sweet prince, but you're gonna have to change up the lyrics just this once from this to when doves fly, because these cocks and hens are about to get a lot more airtime.
They have a representation of the loved one, and they're releasing to go to heaven, follow with the angels.
I first met Susan and Eugene Holsborn last summer at the vigil at Texas Roadhouse, honoring the 5 teens killed in a retention pond. This is even cell phone video I shot of the doves being released at that vigil.
It seems to be an emotional thing with people that do this, and it's very gratifying for us to know that these people, really appreciate it.
In the nearly 7 years I've worked in news, I can't tell you how many vigils I've covered where loved ones paid respect or sent a message to a loved one they just lost, then by releasing balloons. But the fact of the matter is, what goes up must come down, and these balloons are downright bad for the environment, especially the animals and marine life that ingest them. Susan Holsborn knows the benefits of these birds. She's heard people whisper heartfelt messages to them right before releasing them, and that's something you just can't do with an inanimate object like a balloon.
She held that bird and she kissed it, and she held it up, and she says, God, I release my son back to you as you gave him to me, And she said one of the most amazing just farewell speeches to her son, and she just released it, Go in spirit and rest in peace.
And that bill is now on the governor's desk waiting for his signature. And if he signs it, anyone who intentionally releases one of these would be looking at a fine. Susan and Eugene say they have more dove releases planned in the coming weeks. A funeral tomorrow, actually a couple of releases as well on Easter. Russ?
Seems